Darren Rovell from Collect here with Darius Billings, Vice President of Marketing for the Athlete's Foot.
Yes, correct.
A brand that is near and dear to my heart because I got my first Jordans there in 1987. When the Jordan 3s I got there at the Miracle Mile in Manhasset, New York. Shout out. A huge brand in my childhood. It went through an alphabet soup of people buying them over and over again. Kind of disappeared, but now 500 stores worldwide, 60 in the U.S., and a presence here in New Orleans, in Louisiana, especially now more in the southeast in the U.S. First of all, thanks for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
What do you guys stand for? Like, what's your point of difference, or what is the Athlete's Foot today?
Yeah, so the Athlete's Foot is we have a franchise model, which actually makes us very different because our owners are really connected to the neighborhoods and the communities that the stores are in. So it really gives that,
which is hell of important for shoes.
Yeah, really important, and it gives that customer that local feel, even though we're a global brand and have this international name, but when you go into our stores, it feels like it's your store because of that local ownership.
The state of shoes right now is really interesting, right? So you have the online guys, the companies themselves are selling at retail.
Yes.
Right? So the New Balances, the Nikes of the world, they're selling at retail. Then you have the standard retail environment, which is kind of like the Athlete's Foot, the Foot Lockers. And then you have in the malls these high-end, wrapped in vinyl and plastic shoes, that are selling for $300 to $1,000. And the truth is, that's where all the virality is at, because my 10-year-old twin sons are watching a guy who has one of those stores, getting the, these are the limited edition Travis Scott. So that's where all the juice is. Yeah. Is that where the money is, or the money's just in standard selling of shoes, but the attention is in, the ones that are viral?
I think a little bit of both. I think that part of it, the resale market, is actually kind of dying down, because of the pricing and things of that nature. And it's, for us who are true retailers, it's one of those things. It's, it's heartbreaking because you have that kid that
someone walks in and says, first of all, someone walks in and says, "Do you have the?" And you have to see him walk out.
Right, you got to see him walk out, or they, growing up, we can go cut grass and then go buy some shoes. Like, you can't cut grass no more and spend buy shoes for $1,000.
Not unless it's golden grass.
Yeah, so it's like true retailers. We're still healthy, good shape. When we do have product like the Travis Scotts or any other exclusive retro drops and things of that nature, the kid gets it for retail.
Right.
You don't have to sit there and pay 3 times as much money for a shoe. So we take pride in that, and I think that resale market is definitely dying down because the novelty is
I think it's
off.
reversed back a little bit because of the bots. Like, originally it was like, I'm just going to get up on Saturday morning, I'm going to sit on my computer in my pajamas, and I'm going to nail it. And people don't really think they have a fair chance anymore. So if they could say, I could line up at a store and the store has so much, I got a better chance. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true, especially if you find them gems and you know what store has that product dropping. And then it's also relationships. If you have a customer base that you can rely on, you can call up your customer and say, hey, these are coming in. Do you want me to hold you a pair?
Right.
And then they can
imagine
that way.
Imagine that, caring about customer service and good customers.
Exactly.
Instead of just the luck of it all.
Right.
We at Collect here, we talk about collectability of things. I feel like, especially with the rise of StockX, there was a lot of talk about, shoes are going to rise in value, and probably for the good part for you is that the collectability of shoes, really hasn't gone crazy. There's a couple shoes again that get a lot of attention, but like it's not like we're talking about shoes that are going like we're talking about cards and game used jerseys that go from first it's $500 and now it's $5,000.
Right.
I feel like that market kind of like was overplayed. Like, ooh, these shoes are going to be more and more valuable. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. You do have some grails, which they call them, but there's far and few anymore.
Yeah. Do you have like a retro 1988 athlete's foot, like a nice? This is what I need. Let's build a line together. I need like like a shirt, a crappy shirt from the 88s, 89s that shrinks and has the athlete's foot logo, and I could wear it as a medium. And I mean, again, because I think I get points with that brand on a snapback or a hat because in the Northeast people haven't seen it. So I'm just asking you, just if you're not bringing back a store, just bring back some like that because that logo's great.
It is. It evolved over the test of time. You know, the brand been around since '71, and the logo's great. It's recognizable. And like you said, like people miss it. And I'm like, is the athlete's foot still around? I even worked at the athlete's foot. I bought my first pairs at the athlete's foot. So we definitely have that heritage that people
and you have
love.
the relationship with the first
shoe
stores you went to.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I remember being mad when I saw when the Reebok pumps were like $125. Saw my guy David Glass getting them, and I'm like, man, I'm not going to be the first with those, or the second or the third.
Yeah.
Darius Billings, thanks so much for joining us.
So
appreciate it.
I appreciate
Darius
it.
Billings from the Athlete's Foot.